Whistling in the Dark is a World War II story. I've already written one, Hero on a Bicycle. This one's very different because it's set in 1940, the winter 1940-41, which was the winter of the terrifying Blitz on Liverpool. Joan has a mum. Her father has been killed because he was in the Merchant Navy. He was drowned at sea. She has an older sister, Audrey, a brother, Brian, at the grammar school, and a younger sister, Judy, who is a bit of a pain at the times, as younger sisters tend to be. They are really soldiering on, trying to exist through this awful period. Wartime isn't, when you're not being actually blitzed and terrified, it's unbelievably boring. You're stuck there, you can't go on holiday, the seaside is full of barbed wire and gun emplacements, you're not encouraged to travel because the trains are needed for troop movements, and food is endlessly scarce. We didn't starve. The rationing system was very, very fair, but gosh, it was dreary, and you spent an enormous amount of time queuing for food. And that is the scene that my heroine, Joan, is stuck with. It also stems from a moment when she's sitting quietly doing her homework and a man appears at the window and then he disappears again. And he is the trail that leads to a lot of very tragic stuff, actually. They do manage to have quite a lot of fun. Joan has her best friend. She has lots of friends that go out with a handcart collecting salvage. And they have quite a lot of fun because I think, somehow or other, teenagers always do. I think it's a really interesting time for children to read about, partly because, I think children now, they wouldn't dream of knowing what food shortages were. They wouldn't know how boring it was. No television, there was the radio, but that was it. You didn't have any. Then the cinema. There's a scene in this book where they go to the cinema and, of course, the Blitz starts and the film is taken off and they all have to sit there and wait. I remember it happening. And I remember looking up at the roof, which appeared to be sort of held together with a bit of rusty corrugated iron. It was a very grotty old cinema. I'm thinking, I wonder if it's really safer in here than it was outside. The dance halls kept open. Many were bombed to rubble. I'm hoping this book will be enjoyed read for pleasure because it's a pretty easy read. I don't go in for long passages of turgid description. I leave a lot to the imagination. And I hope it's got a pretty gripping ending, which I'm not going to reveal.